Hello students, in this class with respect to chemical properties of aldehydes and ketones we are studying replacement of oxygen atom of a carbonyl group, right? So we are able to see this oxygen atom here. So this oxygen atom of carbonyl group is substituted. So therefore we can say that carbonyl compounds will be undergoing a nucleophilic addition reaction, and during which there will be loss of water molecule. Now if you see the general reaction of this method, let us take a carbonyl compound. I have written here carbonyl compound. It can be an aldehyde or it can be a ketone. When it is treated with the ammonia derivative, right? So let us try to understand what is actually ammonia derivative. We basically know that ammonia is written like this, right? NH3. But if I remove one of the hydrogen of this ammonia and if I write it as water, NH2, then followed by water, any other group can be present in that one hydrogen atom is lost. So in the place of that hydrogen atom lost, if I write any other group, then this whole compound is called as a derivative of ammonia, or simply called as ammonia derivative. So when such ammonia derivative are treated, so here we can find that this oxygen along with this hydrogen, two hydrogen are lost in the form of water, H2O, and the remaining part, this nitrogen, is getting connected with this carbon in the form of water, C double bond N, to which we are having that group attached, that is nothing but called the ammonia derivative group Z it is. Okay, so these are the products, right? So altogether here we are having 5 ammonia derivative and we are going to discuss one by one. Before going to that, let us try to understand how the mechanism follows. So in this mechanism we are going to take what a carbonyl compound, that is mentioned here already. Okay, we are having here C double bond then followed by O. This carbonyl compound in the presence of acidic medium, so at a pH of water 3.5. so already here we are having 2 lone pair of electrons. So these 2 lone pair of electrons, of that one will be taking this H plus. So the next intermediate is C double bond O, a positive charge on this oxygen atom, and remains one lone pair of electron and then followed by H. Now this compound is intermediate called as a protonated carbonyl compound. But here oxygen valency actually it is 2, so O is a divalent, but here there are 3 bonds which are linked with this oxygen. So in order to stabilize that oxygen atom will withdraw the pi electrons towards oxygen. So therefore we can write the next part, that is single bond C, positive charge, single bond O with the 2 lone pair of electrons and that hydrogen. Now you can see that here the carbon is bearing positive charge. It means that we are making the reaction to undergo nucleophilic addition, right? Then followed by water substitution, because we are eliminating that oxygen atom. So here I am going to add the derivative, that is ammonia derivative, NH2 then followed by Z. Z can be any group. Okay, we'll discuss it later. Now the lone pair of electrons is now going to attack this water carbon. In fact it is acting as water nucleophile. When it attacks, then we are having the next intermediate, that is C then followed by bond then followed by OH, right? And to this we are having water nitrogen then followed by the Z. To that nitrogen we are having 2 hydrogen, but actually nitrogen valency is 3, but here if you see there are totally 4 valency, first valency, second valency, third valency and fourth valency. So therefore nitrogen is bearing water positive charge, highly unstable. So in order to stabilize itself, what it can do is it will take these bonding electrons and then there will be loss of water H plus. So I can write here minus H plus, and then the remaining part, that is what C then followed by OH, single bond then followed by nitrogen then followed by hydrogen, then followed by Z. Now the valence is 3 of nitrogen. Here we are having what? A lone pair of what? Electrons. So this molecule, so this intermediate here, what happens? This bond gets migrated here, carbon becomes pentavalent. So this carbon becomes pentavalent. Meanwhile this OH is going outside. So what we have removed here, that is this H is going in the form of water H plus, and this OH is going in the form, this OH is going in the form of water OH minus. So altogether we are eliminating water molecule, as I have already told you that there will be loss of water molecule, and then we will be having our product, that is C, then followed by double bond N, then followed by what? Z. Is it clear, students? So we have written here already our product, right? So you can see that the product written above here, right? So this is our product, and through the mechanism we have also reached the same product, right? Now students, in the first part I have written here ammonia derivative. So you can see that here we are having what? NH2, right? So this is NH2. One of the hydrogen is substituted by water OH group. So this OH group is nothing but what? The Z group. So that has been written here. Now this is what? A Z group, right? And after the reaction we are having the product here, okay, and the name of this product is called as what? Oxime. Is it clear, students? Now the second one is hydrazine, okay. So in this hydrazine, one of the hydrogen of ammonia is substituted by NH2 group, right? So therefore I have written here in this Z group as water single bond, then followed by water NH2. So our product after the reaction, that is aldehydes or ketones, when treated with what? Hydrazine, the product formed is called as what? Hydrazone. If it is aldehyde, then we call it as aldehyde hydrazone, the corresponding name. For example, if it is formaldehyde, we call it as formaldehyde hydrazone. If it is ketone, for example, if it is acetone, then we call it as acetone hydrazone. I hope you are understanding, students. The third ammonia derivative is nothing but called as phenyl hydrazine. So this is the group that is nothing but called as what? Z, which I have written here, and after the reaction then the corresponding product is called as phenyl hydrazone. In the fourth ammonia derivative, here we are having semicarbide. This compound name is called as what? Ammonia derivative, which is called as semicarbide. One of the hydrogen atom of ammonia is replaced by this group. In fact, this group is nothing but called as what? The group Z, which has been encircled here. And after the reaction, if an aldehyde or a ketone is going to react with semicarbide, then the product formed is called as a semicarbazone. And the last one, that is nothing but the fifth one, the ammonia derivative is called as a 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazine. So actually the group is what? The Z group is this, students, right? So in this we are having what? One phenyl ring. So therefore the positions I have written here, you can see here the first carbon, and this is the second carbon, this is the third carbon, and this is the fourth carbon. At second and at fourth position you can see their NO2 groups are there. So this is NO2 group, and this one is what? NO2 group. So therefore the name is 2,4. It is 2 times, so I call it as what? A di. The group is called as a nitro, and these nitro groups are attached to this benzene ring, that we call it as phenyl, and the name of the derivative is nothing but hydrazine, right? So therefore this Z group here is this, and when an aldehyde or a ketone is going to react with this ammonia derivative 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazine, then our product is called as 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazone. That we have to remember, students. So I have what? Enclosed this in this screen. You are able to see that, okay, totally there are 5 ammonia derivatives, and the group Z is present here, and whatever the product formed later it has been mentioned. The first one is called as water oxime, the second one is called as with hydrazone, the third one is called as phenyl hydrazone, the fourth one is called as a semicarbazone, and the fifth one is 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazone. You have to be very thorough with these all derivatives, students, right? Now let us have the first one, that is with respect to water reaction with hydroxylamine, and we know that when an aldehyde is going to react with hydroxylamine, they results in the formation of what oximes, right? So commonly it is called as oximes. So let us have try to understand. Now here I have written general reaction. I have taken an aldehyde, so you can see here the common representation for an aldehyde. So this is treated with the hydroxylamine. So here what I have done, students, earlier in order to understand I have written here like this. I hope you are able to understand that. Okay, so I have written here NH2 then followed by what, Z, right? So in this place Z, that is nothing but here we are having that OH group. I hope you are able to understand that. Is it clear, students? So that part has to be what understood. So when it is treated with H plus, there is a loss of this H2. So in order to understand in an easy manner, what we can do is we are going to eliminate this H2O in the form of like this, and then our product is written. So this carbon is going to form a double bond with this nitrogen. So that has been mentioned here, and the product is called as aldoxime. So I have taken here example 1 with formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, when treated with hydroxylamine, there is a loss of this H2O, and our product is formed, that is called as formaldoxime. Now let us write with another example, that is with respect to acetaldehyde. CH3CH double bond O. Plus NH2OH, arrow mark. In the presence of H plus, we basically know that there is a loss of this H2O, right? And I can write here minus H2O. Then our product is CH3CH double bond N single bond OH. So therefore this compound is now called as acetaldoxime. Let's have another example, that is with respect to benzaldehyde. So I'll write here HC double bond O C6 H5. Benzaldehyde plus hydroxylamine, arrow mark. In the presence of H plus, there is actually a loss of water molecule, so that we can see that here, right? And our product will be hydrogen single bond C, then followed by C6 H5 double bond N, then followed by OH. So this compound or the product formed is called benzaldoxime. Now let us go with respect to another example, that is with respect to ketone. Fourth example, C double bond O CH3. Compound name is acetone. When treated with hydroxylamine, arrow mark, above the arrow mark H plus, there is actually loss of water molecule taking place. So that is this water molecule, and our product is CH3C, then followed by CH3 double bond N single bond OH. Now this name of this compound is acetone oxime. Now let us have the last example, that is example 5 with an aromatic ketone, right? So aromatic ketone, I can write here CH3C double bond O, then C6 and H5. The name of this compound is acetophenone, PHENONE. When treated with hydroxylamine, in the presence of H plus, there is actually a loss of water molecule, and we know that this H2O is lost, right? And our product is CH3C, then followed by C6 H5 double bond N single bond OH. The name of this compound is acetophenone oxime. Is it clear, students? So let us try to understand all these examples in a systematic manner, right? So all the 5 examples are very important for us to understand, and the same will be repeated with different part of water, the ammonia derivatives. So this is the screen where you can see that reaction with hydroxylamine and formation of oximes. If it is an aldehyde, it is called as aldoxime. If it is a ketone, it is called as ketoxime, right? So the second reaction, in this case here we are having reaction with the hydrazine. So hydrazine is nothing but what? NH2 single bond NH2. And when a carbonyl compound is going to react with hydrazine, the products are called as hydrazone, Hydrazone. So in this reaction, general reaction here, GR I have written here, I have taken a carbonyl compound, right? And when it is treated with the hydrazine, there is a loss of this water molecule. So this H2 is lost here, and I have written here, and there is a formation of the corresponding product called as hydrazone. And in the similar manner we have to write all the reactions, students. So here I have taken the first example, that is what example number as 1. I have taken formaldehyde, right? So when formaldehyde is treated with the hydrazine, so there is a loss of this water molecule H2O, and I have written it here, you can see that, and the product is nothing but a formaldehyde hydrazone. So whenever you see this relation, students, that is this part, okay, a carbon linked with a nitrogen then followed by NNH2, right? So this is single bond here, okay, NNH2, then that is nothing but the functional group of water hydrazone, Hydrazone. In the second example, students, here I have taken acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde, when treated with hydrazine, there is a loss of water molecule, and then we are having our product, that is what? Acetaldehyde hydrazone. In this third example, students, here I have taken benzaldehyde, right? So when benzaldehyde is treated with hydrazine, so again there is a loss of H2O molecule, and our product is nothing but called as benzaldehyde hydrazone. In the next 2 example, that is example 4, I have taken here aliphatic ketone, that is acetone. It also will be reacting in a similar manner with hydrazine with loss of water molecule to give acetone hydrazone. And the next one, that is example 5, it is an aromatic ketone. It is simply called as acetophenone, right? So this molecule will be losing a water molecule when it is going to react with hydrazine, and the product will be acetophenone hydrazone. I wish that you are able to see this screen, and even you can take a screenshot of this so that it becomes easy for you to understand, right? The formation of hydrazone from the corresponding ammonia derivative, that is hydrazine. So first one is from formaldehyde, it is a formaldehyde hydrazone. Second one is acetaldehyde hydrazone. Third one is benzaldehyde hydrazone. Fourth one is acetone hydrazone, and the fifth one is, and with respect to an aromatic ketone, that is acetophenone hydrazone. So the third one is a reaction of an aldehyde or a ketone with phenylhydrazine. So phenylhydrazine, students, you are able to see here, okay, this is nothing but called as what? Hydrazine it is, okay, that is NH2 single bond NH2 is called as hydrazine. But if one of the hydrogen is replaced by water benzene ring, now it is called as phenyl, that is nothing but water, remaining part hydrazine. But here what I have written, in the case of benzene ring, I have written here water pH, so that in order to represent it becomes water in a simplified manner. I hope you are able to understand this, students, right? So in the reaction I have written here C double bond O, which can be an aldehyde or a ketone, and when this is treated with the hydrazine, this water molecule is lost, and we are having our corresponding compound, that is phenyl hydrazone. So in the very first example I have taken here formaldehyde, students, and when it is treated with phenyl hydrazine, there is a loss of water molecule, and we will be having our product called as formaldehyde phenyl hydrazone. So in the second example, students, I have taken here acetaldehyde. So in a similar manner, when it is going to react with this phenyl hydrazine, one molecule of water is lost, and here we are getting water, the corresponding compound called as acetaldehyde phenyl hydrazone. Okay students, here we have made a slight mistake here. I hope you are able to see. So in this part here I have written it as NNHPH. okay, that is present here, NNHPH, but in the general reaction and in example 1 there are slight changes has to be made. I'll be erasing that. Okay, just kindly follow that. Okay, so here and correspondingly part here, right? So here you have to write now double bond N, then followed by NH single bond PH, right? And here also I have to write it as NH then followed by what? PH. Is it clear, students? So sometimes mistakes do happen, I have to rectify them, and we'll move with the next reaction now. So in the next part I have written all the three reactions, students, by taking an example of benzaldehyde acetone and water acetophenone. I think I forgot to write here acetophenone. In fact it is an aromatic ketone. So in all these reactions a similar thing happens, that is the hydrogen of hydrazine, that is phenyl hydrazine, and oxygen of that carbonyl group is lost, right? And therefore we will be getting the corresponding phenyl hydrazone. If it is benzaldehyde, then we will be getting benzaldehyde phenyl hydrazone, and I hope that I did not make any mistake here. Okay, the N, NH and PH, right? So similarly, if the compound is acetone, then we are getting here acetone phenyl hydrazone, and if it is acetophenone, we will be having acetophenone phenyl hydrazone. Is it clear, students? So you can take this screenshot also, students, that is reaction 3 with respect to phenyl hydrazine. So all the 5 reactions, that is with respect to aliphatic aldehyde, one is aromatic aldehyde, that is example 3 is benzaldehyde, fourth one is aliphatic ketone, that is acetone, and the fifth one is aromatic ketone, that is acetophenone. Now the fourth one is a reaction with the semicarbide. Okay, so whenever we say semicarbide, the derivative, ammonia derivative, is NH2, NH, C double bond O, and NH2. In fact that is nothing but what the Z group, NH, C double bond O, NH2, and the products are now called as a semicarbazone, right? So when a carbonyl compound is treated with the semicarbide, the simplest form is nothing but that we are going to lose here one water molecule, and our product will be corresponding semicarbazone. So with respect to that I have taken here two examples. One is with respect to formaldehyde, that is example 1, and here also when it is treated with semicarbide, it will be losing a molecule of water molecule, and we will be having our product called as formaldehyde semicarbazone. And the second example, we are having acetaldehyde. In a similar manner, there is also loss of water molecule, and the product will be what? Acetaldehyde semicarbazone. So in the next 3 examples I have taken all the examples here, students. Example 3 is with respect to benzaldehyde, right? So when it is treated with semicarbide, so here there is a loss of this water molecule H2O, and the product is benzaldehyde semicarbazone. In a similar manner with respect to aliphatic ketone, that is acetone, when it is treated it loses a molecule of water molecule here, and that of aromatic ketone, that is acetophenone, it will also be losing a water molecule here, and the corresponding compounds are acetone semicarbazone, and with respect to acetophenone it is acetophenone semicarbazone. So I have decreased the screen size here. So with respect to fourth reaction, that is a reaction with semicarbide, we are having 5 examples of formation of formaldehyde semicarbazone, with acetaldehyde semicarbazone, with benzaldehyde semicarbazone, and the last 2 are acetone semicarbazone and acetophenone semicarbazone. So the next one we are having is the fifth reaction, that is reaction with the 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazine. So it has been written here, and after the reaction the products, that is nothing but a formation of a 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazones are the compounds formed. Now what is actually this 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine? I have written here structure. I hope you are able to see here. Okay, this is nothing but 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. Actually students, this 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine is abbreviated as a short form DNP, dinitrophenyl hydrazine, and this DNP is also called as Brady's reagent, BRADY'. Brady's reagent. In our chemistry we are making use of this technical words with respect to short form, that is DNP, that is also known as what? Brady's reagent. This DNP is used to distinguish carbonyl compounds from other organic compounds. Only DNP is going to react with aldehyde or a ketone. It means it is not going to react with what? Any other organic compound other than what? Aldehydes and ketones. So I have taken the example of formaldehyde here, students. So you can see that formaldehyde when treated with DNP, so I'll write it as here DNP, dinitrophenyl hydrazine. So here there is a loss of water molecule, right, and the remaining part, that is what this carbon is, now it is linked with water, this nitrogen, and it has been shown in the product carbon double bond water nitrogen, and the remaining part is as it is. Is it clear, students? So the corresponding compound is formaldehyde 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazone. In the second example, students, here I have taken what? Acetaldehyde. When acetaldehyde is going to react with the DNP, it loses a molecule of water, and that is written here, and the remaining product is nothing but acetaldehyde 2,4 dinitrophenyl hydrazone. So here I have written example 3 and example 4 and example 5, students. 3 is with respect to benzaldehyde, 4 is with respect to acetone, and 5 is with respect to water acetophenone. I want you people or you students to try the reaction and write the products. Is it clear, students? Thank you so much for watching this video, students. If you feel good, kindly like the video and subscribe to my channel, and also share the video with your friends. Thank you so much.